Alright, ladies and gentlemen, MrSotko here. Welcome back to the channel. Got a whole bunch of good news stuff for you today, and some information at the end of the video as well for those of you who stay. And then I'd like to thank you guys all for 2 million views on my YouTube channel. Pretty cool. 2 million very, very organic views. No Pink Floyd's The Wall or anything like that on my channel that's just gathering a bunch of views and just sort of skewing the average. 2 million crypto and gaming views. Thank you guys. But the first article I'd like to talk about is smart contract developers may be held liable by the SEC soon. So Nick Szabo invented them but has reservations about what they've become, and Vitalik Buterin adopted them but now regrets using their name. Dangerous when coded badly and powerful when used intelligently, smart contracts have become a critical component of the crypto economy. I like that word, crypto economy. It's nice. Their code serves as the bond that glues the tokenized ecosystems together. Now, just to add further complexity, the SEC has begun monitoring smart contracts and their creators closely. Of course they are, because the Wild West of crypto is certainly over. So smart contracts explained, the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission provide the means for investors and market participants to find counterparties, discover prices, and trade a variety of digital securities. And in its statement on digital asset securities, issuance, and trading, the SEC referred to smart contracts 5 times, particularly in reference to EtherDelta, whose creator was prosecuted for operating an unregistered securities exchange that ran on smart contracts that he'd coded. What this ruling means for developers moving forwards is a matter of some debate and great concern. So even though EtherDelta was technically a smart contract, it was an exchange and wasn't registered at all. So again, now that the Wild West of crypto is over, you sort of have to watch what you do. You can't just be making a bunch of money or making an unregistered securities exchange anymore. Oh well, I guess, but moving on. So code has been often likened to free speech, with advocates adamant that developers should not be held liable for how their code is used, which I definitely agree in that case. In the case of EtherDelta, the prosecution of Zachary Coburn was relatively straightforward, since he personally developed the smart contracts that powered the platform. In future, however, the SEC may not make a distinction between the developer of a piece of code and the end user. If the creator of a smart contract used to facilitate decentralized trading could be identified, that individual could conceivably be held liable for securities violations. Oh my, the government. So fun. So morally, code is neither good nor bad. The rules governing the operation of a smart contract are simply a consequence of the behavior mandated by its creator. These rules and their permeation into every facet of the crypto economy have forced a rethink of the way cryptocurrencies and their protocols are understood. With the emergence of side chains such as Rootstock, federated chains such as Blockstream's Liquid Network, and cross-chain products such as WBTC, the code that controls the cryptocurrency markets is becoming ever more labyrinthine and layered. So it's pretty clear that every DEX in existence is an exchange under the formulation presented in the guidance. However, in the case of truly decentralized exchange, there is nobody upon whom sanctions can be levied. Practically a true DEX will survive. So that's kind of the thing. I mean, if it was a very, very a true decentralized exchange with nobody at the helm and completely anonymous, then I suppose it could survive. And how would they take it down? But if you have a name connected to it, that's a problem. So I was reading articles too about, where are the decentralized exchanges? Because it seems like a decentralized exchange will pop up and then eventually it'll just get sold off somehow. And then sort of a KYC will be slapped on it, like a know your customer kind of deal. And then it's not really a decentralized anonymous exchange anymore. And that becomes a problem. And it just sort of lost its identity. So those that make a truly decentralized exchange may get away with it, but going to be hard to do that these days, as the SEC and governments all over the globe are watching everything that crypto is. And, well, so a truly decentralized exchange that really has low volume, the government might not worry too about. Governments themselves might not worry about. But when it becomes really popular, that's a problem. And that's a problem with a lot of things. Anything that becomes popular, whether it's a person, a YouTube channel, a cryptocurrency, an exchange, it's going to start to see even more problems as the time goes on. You know, for really popular people, they sort of have to watch what they say. Like even like PewDiePie, like if he says the wrong thing in one of his YouTube videos, he gets crucified all over the globe, every news everywhere. And so if I were to say the wrong thing, nobody would notice, and then nobody would care. I wouldn't get crucified all over the globe because everybody would be like, wait, MrSotko who? But the more popular become, the more problems you start to see. So yeah, watch your smart contracts these days, guys. So next article is heat your home or business with a mining rig. All right. The precise level of harm that Bitcoin mining exacts on the planet seems to be endlessly debated, although pretty much everyone can agree there is a benefit in reducing the energy consumption required, whatever that may be. But if there isn't an option, then there are other alternatives to increase the efficiency. Canadian mining company HeatMine is based in Quebec, where the majority of energy already comes from renewable resources. That didn't stop it from trying to make the process even more environmentally friendly by harvesting and reusing the waste heat. So the company's first foray into heat recycling was in its own warehouse, using excess heat from its mining rigs to heat the water. As Quebec has a cold climate for about 10 months of the year, in case you're not from planet Earth, HeatMine developed this system to enable mining rigs to be deployed remotely, where heat is needed. A recent pilot scheme entailed installing the HeatMine devices in a local greenhouse, growing strawberries, heating costs reduced by 75 to 100%, meaning the growers were able to compete with imported strawberries from warmer climates. All right. So HeatMine is now taking applications from homes and businesses hoping to join the scheme. A HeatMine rig installed outside a house can heat several rooms and an outdoor swimming pool, according to its website, or the company can install multiple units to cover a larger area. Each machine provides 75,000 BTU per hour, which can heat an area up to 300 square meters. So pretty cool. Interesting that somebody's finally taking the idea to heat homes and water and things like that with crypto. Although that's been a thing for a while, don't get me wrong. I'm sure like a bunch of people in here are already like, well, I already heat my house with rigs. But this is pretty ingenious to actually do it like sort of professionally and actually like make it so that you could put the heat where you want it instead of just going, I'm going to put my rig here and heat this room, which is all said and good. Because I know a lot of people that do that. A lot of people tell me on my channel, you know, like it doesn't really matter the profitability of their rigs. They're heating their home with it. They're having fun. They're enjoying, you know, mining and trading. But pretty cool to see it actually being mass-produced, at least on an industrial level. So now moving on to market updates of Bitcoin Cash. So there is expected to be quite a bit of trading action of Bitcoin Cash very soon. So most digital assets are seeing the lowest in the year, leaving traders curious to see what happens next week. And the week was filled with all kinds of craziness due to the Bitcoin Cash split that took place, which has been frozen for a while. So many digital asset enthusiasts believe the Bitcoin Cash fork possibly moved all the markets due to the economic activities used to fight the battle. Right now, Bitcoin is trading for $55.93 per Bitcoin and has an overall market valuation of $97 billion. One thing that many people didn't notice during the hash war was that Ripple displaced Ethereum and took second place. And the second largest market capitalization held by XRP is worth $20 billion, and each Ripple is being swapped for about 50 cents. As Ethereum is 175 and is about 18 billion market cap. So Ripple really took that market cap and it's staying there strong. So all year we've seen XRP actually take Ethereum once in a while, like once a month or once every couple months so far this year. No big deal. However, what I've been saying about it, it is a big deal if Ripple takes the market cap for an extended period of time. So now that it's in second place, it's solidly in second place. And if it stays there, the longer it stays there, the more it's really going to keep that second place spot, in my opinion. Maybe not permanently, maybe not forever, but it certainly solidifies it even more because people, when they see it at second, they might want to invest in it. They think other people are going to invest in it. They think the price is going to go up, so they're going to invest in it. So it's a very good thing for Ripple and for Ripple holders. But I know a lot of people have angry thoughts towards Ripple because it's not really a cryptocurrency by any stretch of the imagination. However, so the verdict overall with Bitcoin Cash is that traders are patiently waiting to trade Bitcoin Cash again. So expect a bunch of market action. So traders are waiting for more exchanges to open Bitcoin Cash markets up. And when they do, some believe the price could move wildly in any direction. Cryptocurrency proponents are also curious to what's going to happen with the markets with the introduction of the new coin, BSV, as most Bitcoin Cash supporters are confident exchanges will list the ABC chain as BCH. So that's an interesting thing. So I also have another thing that I want to talk about real quick. Somebody actually emailed this to me, so let me show you it. They say that, hey, Sotko, love your shows on YouTube. Well, I love you too, and all your shows. So they said they think it's like this with the Bitcoin Cash and what's going to happen afterwards and how you're going to get your money out of this. Because if you hold Bitcoin Cash right now, you might be a little concerned what's going to happen with Bitcoin Cash. So they say that after every 2016 blocks, the difficulty of Bitcoin Cash is adjusted, and after 2016 blocks, the winning new chain, probably Bitcoin Cash ABC, which I also agree, will be the original Bitcoin chain, as the winning chain gets the right to use the Bitcoin Cash name or change it as they like. So after 2016 blocks, the losing chain, probably Bitcoin Cash SV, will have to live with another name other than Bitcoin Cash. So more likely Bitcoin Cash SV. So basically, in a nutshell, a lot of exchanges, it goes on for a little bit here, but a lot of exchanges are listing them in just wildly. Some of them just have Bitcoin Cash on there still, like Coinbase. Some of them are already listing BCH as BCH ABC, which could be a problem that they might have to change, because if ABC wins, it's just going to be Bitcoin Cash. That's what Bitcoin Cash is going to be now. It's just going to be Bitcoin Cash ABC, and they're just going to chop that ABC off if they're the winners, and it's going to remain Bitcoin Cash. Now, you're going to get your Bitcoin Cash, but the problem is if ABC is worth less, you might actually have less costly, you might actually have Bitcoin Cash that is worth less than Bitcoin Cash, interestingly enough. And then markets are still going to have Bitcoin Cash SV, but you might also get that as well. So the idea is that if you're lucky, you might get both Bitcoin Cash SV and ABC. If not, well, you're screwed. So it explains the prize difference. So the winner of the Bitcoin Cash fork war that's going on right now is going to get the BCH logo, is going to get the BCH ticker, if you will. So, you know, if Bitcoin Cash SV pulls ahead and just gets all the blocks, finishes all the blocks, wins, you're going to see that there's going to be BCH ABC on exchanges, and then there's going to be BCH, which is actually BCH SV. And if ABC wins, you're going to see BCH, which is actually BCH ABC, and then you're going to see BCH SV, which is Satoshi Vision. So two different coins are going to appear, and one of them might appear to just be Bitcoin Cash, the winner, even though it has an ABC or an SV logo in front of it. So very confusing, I get it, but welcome to crypto. But this is one of the first times where a fork has had two really opposing members. There have been plenty of forks in the past, Ethereum Classic and Ethereum, Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash, but that was just one person, one group of people saying, hey, I want it this way, and hey, I want it this way, let's just fork. Okay. But now it's two competing people that's splitting one coin into two coins, rather one coin into another coin as well, which is, yes, there is a difference there. So now, so Bitcoin Cash has ended. It's going to be two coins after this, and one of them is going to be Bitcoin Cash, which could be ABC, and the other one SV. So crazy. So ABC wins race to BCH ticker, at least on Hoiby, or Hoboy, Hobai. I have no idea how to say that. I literally have no idea how to say that. I always just say Hoiby. Over the past week, all eyes have been on the Bitcoin Cash hard fork and the hash war between competing factions ABC and SV. Now, ABC has won the war on the one major trading platform, according to the official tweet, which doesn't really matter. Let me just stop it right there, that ABC has won the war on a major trading platform. Trading platforms have nothing to do with this. It's about the hash rate and them trying to get after 2016 blocks, essentially. Whoever gets there first is going to have the BCH ticker. It has nothing to do with exchanges. So if an exchange says, hey, ABC, Bitcoin Cash ABC is now Bitcoin Cash before this is all over, it doesn't have anything to do with it. The SV could win in the end. Unlikely, but they could. So according to an official tweet from Liable Global, the ABC version of Bitcoin Cash has won the race for prize title on its trading platform. Well, that's like celebrating. That's like when you see those videos of like, people celebrating their win as they're jogging and they're like, yes, I'm #1. And then somebody runs right past them just as they're winning. That's what's going on right now. An exchange has nothing to do with calling the winner of ABC or SV. They just don't. Bitcoin ABC will be redesigned BCH with the following official statement. Now, in some ways, the exchange can choose to use one ticker or another, though. Liable Global has confirmed that the team behind the AB version of Bitcoin Cash, the ABC version, has set up a checkpoint that allows us to ensure the two-way replay protection in place. BCH ABC, the longer chain, will be retained for the designation of BCH, and we will be designating the SV version BSV, so not BCHSV, just BSV, because people like to use the 3-letter tickers. So whatever. But BSV, at least on Liable, is going to be the Bitcoin Cash SV. So either way, I guess they're trying to separate it. So it seems pretty preemptive, if you ask me. Now, BSV tokens will be distributed on a 1-to-1 basis to everyone who held Bitcoin Cash before the hard fork, based on a snapshot. So you're going to get your Bitcoin Cash. So let's say you had 10 Bitcoin Cash. You're going to get 10 Bitcoin SV. Or you're going to get 10 Bitcoin Cash, which could be SV, and you'll get 10 Bitcoin ABC, depending on how this works out. But apparently Liable already knows the end of it, so fine, fair enough. But you're going to get that 1-to-1. Withdrawals will likely remain locked until a later date, which will probably be announced later. Oh, man, that's funny. Withdrawals will likely remain locked until a later date, which will probably be announced later. Locked until a later date, which will probably be announced later. Doesn't that just make no what? Of course they're going to be announced later. We'll never announce it ever. We'll either just bring it up on you, or we'll keep them locked forever. We're not going to announce it at a later date. Probably we might not announce it at a later date. That makes no sense. Anyway, let's move on. Liable closed out its tweet by also reminding users of the fun fact that cryptocurrency trading is a volatile endeavor. Who'd have thought? Oh man, it's like, welcome to planet Earth. Did you just land? There's a lot of tasty foods, and we have cryptocurrency as well. Just to remind you, it's a volatile endeavor, and the aliens are like, thank you, and they do a little, yeah, thank you, I didn't know that. Welcome to planet Earth. That's the first thing you should know. The hard fork may still cause sharp fluctuations in market prices. You think so? The Bitcoin Cash hard fork has not only caused prices in fork coins to fluctuate wildly, but also been speculated as the primary cause for Bitcoin falling through critical support. Although I think it's because futures ended on the 14th, which was coincidentally the exact same date that Bitcoin crashed. But it could be a factor of a bunch of things. Who knows? So that's about it for now. So the Bitcoin hash war continues for a while just yet. It should be over here pretty soon. I would suspect it's going to be over here pretty soon, but who knows? So it looks for now that Bitcoin Cash ABC is just going to be named Bitcoin Cash. So you're not going to see much of a difference there. There might be a price difference there. But SV, you're going to get on most exchanges, so you should get a 1-to-1 of Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin SV. And one thing I see is that Bitcoin Cash SV is likely going to fall in price very, very quickly. People are going to get that 1-to-1, and then they're going to market sell it as fast as they can so they can just get more Bitcoin Cash or some other. That's usually what happens that I've seen with forks. They typically die off really quick. Bitcoin Cash, on the other hand, didn't really. I mean, yeah, sure, it's a much lower price now than what it was, but it has fluctuated wildly with crypto as well. But a lot of times forks just kind of die off really, really quickly. But we're at 185,000 market cap, about 3 billion, 185 billion market cap. If it was 185,000, we'd be in a lot of trouble. But 185 billion went up about 3 billion from the last time I made a video. But for the most part, nothing really rising. XRP shooting up again because it's in that second place, and now people are feeling a good sentiment about Ripple, because when they see it take that second place, they know that there's some action, and then they're going to want to get in on it. But everything just about stable today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and one announcement I have for anybody still watching, I will be on Twitch a lot. December 1st through December 9th. It's going to be Sotko Fest, guys. So it should be about noon every day, at least noon on the very first day, because I have some things to do in the morning. And I'm also going to try and make a video for you guys every morning and then upload and then essentially publish it after I'm done. So we're talking like maybe noon to 6 or to 8 every day that I'll be streaming. I will try to maybe stream a couple days earlier than that. But we'll have to see. So, you know, at least December 1st going to be at noon. I'd like to make it tentatively. So if you guys like live streaming, if you guys want to talk about crypto, if you guys want to come check it all out, I will be on Twitch as well as YouTube, you know, December 1st. So, you know, on my channel, there will also be like a little live video that says that when I will be live. I know that's kind of weird. So you can schedule live videos on YouTube, and it'll say that, you know, like the next day, it'll say, oh, like in 24 hours or at this time, this person's going to be live. So if you start to see those, you can just click like the notification bell, and you'll receive a notification when I do go live. So you don't have to really worry about it too much. But either way, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and as usual, I will see you guys next time.